Hello, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I'm looking a little blue today for some reason. I'm looking, why am I looking so blue? Yeah, that's just kind of what it is, I guess, for right now. What am I going to do about it? Other than maybe turn off this blue light. But you know what? If I do that, I'll do it at a different time. Whatever. It's Friday, again, middle of our day, middle of our week. And no, it's not the middle of our week. I keep saying that, right? Because Kobold Chats used to be on Wednesdays when it was the middle of the week. Now it's the end of the week. It's Friday, meaning that all of the nonsense from this week is behind us. We're looking towards the future, towards the weekend when we can relax, hang out with our friends, play some games. Hey, Warren, I finally got my maps for the Game Master's Guide, and there's a printing error on the top left section of the castle gate map. It's a big red zone. Hope doesn't want... Oh, thank you for letting us know. If you can send that information to our customer service, people, you can find the link over on the Kobold Press store. Let them know, and we can make sure that it's only a one-off problem. Thank you so much for letting us know. Blink Pop FFXI. Yeah, the wet spreads. How's it going? Hey, I hope all of you are having a decent time. You know, it's starting to wind down. You know what? I'm tired of looking this blue. I'm turning off this light. Look at that. Now we look normal. We look normal. Or at least kind of normal. As normal as we're going to get for right now. Do you not have audio? I think if you cannot hear me, Blue Flash, you might need to unmute me in the thing, in Discord, if you can't hear me right now. Because you should be able to hear me at this moment, I believe. Unless other people are having that problem. And if you are, let me know so we can get it fixed as soon as possible. Okay, so yeah, someone else can hear me, so that means it might be a Discord audio thing going on for you. Okay, so you hear me on Twitch. Thank you, Hawkeye. Always keeping a lookout. Thank you, Jack. You can hear me. Okay, cool. So Blue Flash, I think it might just be a thing that you need to figure out on your end. You cannot. Kim, you might need to unmute me. You might have me muted, or you have the audio turned down for Discord or something like that. So you can't hear me on Twitch? Okay, so that, yeah, I think it's a Discord thing. See, everybody, this is what this part of the show is for us to work out all the kinks, make sure that everybody can hear. Yeah, if you can't hear me in Discord, it is probably it's probably user error. I don't like pointing towards people, but it might be it is user error because some people can't hear me. So that means it's, you like your kinks? Hey, well, you know, in your own time. All right, we have quite a few things to talk about today as well. So we have, if you can tell from the title, we have one of our interviews with one of our Kobold creators. I talked with Kujo from Crit Hit Chronicles a couple of days back, and oh boy, I loved talking to him about his project, partially because it got me super excited to play Tales of the Valiant again. I don't know, there was something about it that almost immediately after I had that conversation, I started setting up a one-shot for my friends that may or may not become a longer thing. I don't know. I just really wanted to, listening to it made me want to play more Tales of the Valiant. So I'm excited for you all to be able to hear that as well. And maybe you can go start setting up your own one-shots and stuff as well. So let's go. You're a bit split second out of the video feed. Okay, good to know. Okay, cool. Let's jump on over. Ding, what are we talking about today? Hey, if you didn't already know, there's a Kickstarter going on. The Labyrinth Kickstarter. This is, what, the second week? This is the second week for the Labyrinth Kickstarter. And boy, oh boy, it's doing great. It's doing amazing. You all are so cool. Hold on, let me pull it up for us. Bam! Here is the Labyrinth Kickstarter. If you haven't already gone and pledged, I mean, now is a good time to do it. You do not want to wait, unless, you know, I understand money being a thing. I get it. So you still have a couple of weeks, but do not wait, because there are some limited options here. So if you don't get it, someone else might get it from out from under you. Pledge day one. See, Hamish, I knew it. Backed it, won it, right for the setting. Officially not third party. Hey, I'm not the Kim, I don't know if we have. I think we have a thing on the website for people who are looking to write on the blog, like for like official stuff, and for people who, which we then generally use to move towards freelancing. You was not listening. That's okay. Let's see. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Kim. Okay, yes, Labyrinth Kickstarter. We are at $287,000 and $611 and change. But this is amazing, gang. With 18 more days to go, I think we can make 300K. I think we could, which would be the most that Kobold Press has kickstarted for a setting book. Which is, I think we're actually already over how much what's it called? I think Southlands was previously our highest like raised like funded book, and I think we've already surpassed that. So Labyrinth is going on great, and that's because of so many 2,446 of you. So hey, thank you all so much, and I think we can keep going, you know. We have, I believe, as far as all of our our stretch goals, in 18 days we can easily get all of these stretch goals. We can get to 325K. I think so. Hey, so let's just talk about the things that we've already unlocked for the Labyrinth Worldbook so far. We've got the design seminar talking about world building, elders from Dragonlands to Midgard. These are people who, these are people who have worked in this industry for so long and helped make the Labyrinth what it is. And so you got that, and that's going to be in our Discord. We've got the Trickery Cleric subclass at 100K, already past that. We've got a new monster designed by guest designer Dan Dillon. Boom, got it. In the Court of the Clockwork Queen, a level 4 adventure by Lou Anders. Boom, got that at 150K. We've got 20 more labyrinthine spells at 200K. We got, hey, that's 20 more spells for you. And then we've got 5 more monsters by Richard Gurien, one of our writers on the book, which if you've seen Scouting Party, you would have already heard a little bit from him, and you will continue to hear a bit from him. But we'll talk about Scouting Party in a little bit later. And then finally, at 275K, we got Maze Runner, a level 7 adventure by Kelly Pollock. And at 300K, we can get 3 more arcane lineages added to the book. The Darrow, the Satyr, and this arcane Siderian. Hey, and I think that's, I mean, like thinking of like an arcane Siderian, that sounds like a Genasi to me. I don't know if that's actually what it's going to be, but that's what it sounds like to me. And hey, I love the Genasi. They're so good. And also, I think my favorite Genasi actually is from 4th edition D&D. There was a supplement that expanded the Genasi and added void Genasis. It works so well with the Labyrinth already. It's just good. It would just be good, you know? So, Hey, let's get to that 300K, gang. Tell your friends, have them back, because hey, they're getting a good book. And again, when you're choosing your Siderian lineage, right? You're either fiendish or you're celestial in some way, and now potentially arcane. And it's like these bullet points allow you to add more bullet points or change bullet points in ways that make homebrewing so simple, and having us make more options also so simple, because we just have to add another bullet point, and it's so good. It's so good. Great design, great job, Celeste, and everyone else involved in making that, because amazing choice in my humble onion. Yes, Warren, I'm just seeing your question. Yeah, no, Southlands was higher than Midgard. And yeah, I think it was the rep. Yeah. Once people were brought into Midgard, they were like, oh, we want to know more about Midgard. And then finally, our last stretch goal here at 325K, there's the Celestial, Messenger, and Stygian heritages added to the World Book. So hey, if we can get to 325K, with all of the heritages and lineages already in the book, you could get 3 more lineages and 3 more heritages added to the book. Like, oh yes, a celestial elf. I think there is there. Yeah, build a celestial elf. There might also be a celestial. I think there might be a star elf, and I don't remember entirely. There's I'm getting to that interview with Celeste, talking about more of the character options in the Labyrinth Worldbook. So there will be a scouting party about that as well. But yeah, I don't know if I already dropped the link for the Kickstarter in here, but hey, take this link. I think I did already send this actually. But hey, I'm going to send it again. Bam, send that to all of your friends so they can also get the Labyrinth Worldbook, and we all potentially get more options. That's just good, right? Excuse me. All right, so that's that on that. The next thing I have to talk to you about is what I was talking to you about briefly, what I was hinting at, our Scouting Party series. If you haven't already seen Scouting Party, it is a new series hosted by moi, where I interview the writers and designers on some of our new products, especially our Kickstarters, and we just dive a little deeper into, hey, what is this thing? What is this book? Right? So that people can understand what it is that what they're getting into. Hold on, sorry. I'm getting you a link. Don't even worry about it. Boom. Yeah, there's a link to Scouting Party. So, and I'm not saying go watch this right now. Obviously, we're still doing Kobold Chats. But this series, episode 2 came out today, talking explicitly about the Void. I was able to talk with Wolfgang to explore, like, hey, what is the Void? Why does it matter within the Labyrinth? And what are like some of the like cool, terrifying, devastating things that people are going to find in the book? And I learned a lot that again got me really, really excited about the Labyrinth. As just like the Void is such this really interesting entity / tool, right? Where you have this entropic, ever hungry force that just keeps on coming and coming and coming. And it's like, it destroys worlds. It kills worlds. It sucks the life out of them and blankets them in like an inky darkness. It is questionably evil. But there are also ways in which you as an adventurer can perhaps pull on its power to help fight back against it, especially when it comes to its cultists and its void saints and all of the creatures from the void. You could potentially pull on the power of the void to fight them back. And does that corrupt you in the process? Well, that's only a question your game can answer. And so it's like, it's this really interesting narrative tool that's also like a great hook if we're like staging just these really either very epic campaigns that's like, oh, this thing is like eating worlds and we have to save this world and stop cultists from going here, like these really grand epic scale adventures, or something way more intimate like you finding out that your own world is being eaten by the void and by void cultists coming in and invading it, but like in just like one town. And I think there's something really cool about that. So go check out that scouting party video. Darkness and horror on every scale, 100%. It's really cool. I really enjoyed that discussion. It's like 20 something minutes, right? It's like 23 minutes, I want to say. You go after this stream, go watch it or whenever, and I hope you learn a little bit more about the void and get as excited as I am to play with it in the Labyrinth. And if you haven't already watched episode 1, where we just talk grand, like broad strokes, like what is the void? How do you traverse it? What is in it? You can go and find that in episode 1, which it's on our YouTube, so you could go find it. Okay, so that's scouting party. Next thing, hey, the Game Master's Guide, it's live. It's live, gang. Remember that book you all kickstarted like not that long ago? It's here. It's finally here, and you can go get it over on the Kobold Press store. It's good. I already started using it. I've already started using it. That one shot that I was telling you all about, like earlier, that I said that I like immediately started doing. I opened up the Game Master's Guide. I went straight to the templates because I needed to change some things about a monster to fit a thing that I'm doing. And it was so easy and it was so straightforward, and like I can't wait to actually be able to go through more of it and like just dive into it. We'll definitely on a Kobold Chats in the near future be going over the Game Master's Guide. We'll take a little peek into it. I'm excited. Embraces your limited edition that arrived 2 days ago. Oh, Hawkeye. I wish I had gotten a limited edition of it. Oh, it's so good. The Ellies are they're gorgeous. I hope it's treating you well. But yeah, you can Game Master's Guide. It's available. You get it in a hardcover and PDF. You could just get it in a hardcover, or you could just get it in a PDF. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever's floating it, keep on floating it. So whatever. You could go get that at the Kobold Press store, DriveThruRPG, and all of the other fun places that you tend to find your Kobold Press stuff. Next up, before we get into our conversation that I had with Kujo, let's just we got a new blog today. Talking about the void. It's a very void day. It's a very voidful day, you know. The way TOV is optimized for everyone to build for it is showcased. Yes, absolutely. Anyone and everyone can build on top of Tales of the Valiant, and that has always been a part of the ethos of it. Because, hey, we love our community, and we love being able to empower you to make the things that you want to make. It's a day we can't avoid. Thank you, Hawkeye. All right, let's look into this blog. What's on the menu down in the void? Sorry. Okay. Hey there, foodie adventurers and cosmic enthusiasts. Are you ready to embark on a delectable journey through the mysterious adventures of the Labyrinth? Download our specially crafted void-friendly menu to delight your tastes and corrupt your minds. Our house special is the Labyrinth Worldbook and the Labyrinth Adventures bundle, which includes a side of PDFs. For dessert, the Beetle and Grimm's GM Vault rounds out our Kickstarter menu. This sumptuous treat contains a custom box of props, handouts, maps, and Labyrinth GM screen. It's available as an add-on for any print pledge level. God, I want this Beetle and Grimm Vault so bad. I want it so bad, but I can't afford it yet. Maybe when maybe when this next paycheck comes in, because it looks so good. It looks so good. But hey, this is just giving you a broad strokes. Hey, here's what things are. Here's how much they would cost. Here's as add-ons, for if you're already getting into, if you're already pledging on the Kickstarter, you can always add on a little something. Sorry, I'm putting the link into all of the chats for this thing. Where does this go? Where does this go? Hey, whoa, it's a link that takes me back to the Kickstarter. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But you also get to check out a kids menu, which comes with a little labyrinth puzzle for you to play with, and also a word search. I love this like children's play mat. How would you? Okay. Ooh, can I solve this labyrinth? Maybe not in the time that I would need. Oh no. But what if I get lost? What if I'm wrong? Good adventurers go left. If I let's go this way. Come on, baby. Come on. I know I said I was gonna go left, but I was wrong and I lied. Oh no. Oh, okay. I didn't get stuck. I don't know if you all can see my mouse, but I'm trying to get through this out. Oh, I'm trying to. No. Wait. Hold on. Come on. We're doing it. No! I didn't make it. I failed in my task of trying to get through the labyrinth with my mouse, and I failed. Maybe you will fare better than me. But yeah, this is just like a fun little thing featuring some amazing art. Hey, whoa, I used this art in the scouting party thumbnail. God, the art for the book is just so good. Why is Kobold Press art so good? Upsettingly good. I just want to look at it forever. He failed the maze. I failed the maze. Bring in the next host. Oh no. I'm sorry, gang. I gotta go. I failed the maze. They're kicking me out. But you can go. Yeah, if you want to play with our children's. But hey, if you have any kids who want to play with the kids menu and go try to make their way through the labyrinth or find the words in the word search, go right on ahead. It's just a fun little thing to let you know what's on the menu and for our Kickstarter. So, ain't that fun? Ain't that just a blast? Aren't I a stinker? I don't know why I decided to do a Bugs Bunny thing right now. All right, so the last thing I have for you is this amazing interview that I had with Kujo about Crit Hit Chronicles. Sorry, my brain deleted itself in that moment, I guess. Let's talk about their Kobold Creates project over at Crit Hit Chronicles. And I'm sending it to me in the past. Yeah. Thank you, me from the past. And hello, everybody from the present, my future, our future. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and welcome to another one of our Kobold Creates interviews with one of our amazing Kobold creators, Kujo from Crit Hit Chronicles. Kujo, thanks for being here. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm excited to chat with you as well. So, for the people who don't know who you are, go ahead, feel free to introduce yourself, and then let's answer. Give me 1 second. I realize that you cannot hear him. And that's a me problem. That's a me mistake, actually. Give me 1 moment while I figure out how to fix that issue, because that is an issue with the video. I know what to do. Give me a moment. What is this? Is what I get for trying to work at 3 a.m. Okie dokie. Hey, so we are this is a very easy fix on my part, to be clear. It is going to hold on. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do something that I haven't done before. You're just gonna look at the video. We're gonna watch the video from Premiere because I don't have the time to export it right now. But hey, it's gonna be very easy. This is so silly. How did I forget to put the audio in there? That's so silly. Or I muted a thing is what happened. But this is a very simple fix. Just give me but a moment to actually fix it. How are you all doing today? This is so silly. What am I looking for? I'm looking for window capture. By tracing the path in a labyrinth, you're actually writing out ancient runes that teleport me to a real-life labyrinth. Succeed at my own risk? Well, thankfully, I didn't succeed. Because I don't want to go into a real-life... Well, I could go into a real-life labyrinth. I don't think it would be that bad. It just would be... Oop. Okay. Give me but a moment. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. Still trying to fix this thing. Or I'm trying to be able to present this to you in a way that actually works. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. So give me just a wee bit here. Just a wee bit here. Okay. And then I just have to... Okay, and... Okay, cool. So, sorry for all of that one, folks. Okay, cool. So this should hopefully... Wait, hold on. I have to do one last thing, and then you should be able... And then everything will be fixed. I will have fixed my big oopsie, and everything's fine. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we should be good on that then. Okay, cool. Hold on, sorry, just making sure I have all the things together in the way that they should be. Okay, cool. All right, then now sending it back to me from the future or the past, whatever. Thank you, me from the past. And hello, everybody from my future, our future. Yeah, whatever.
That works.
Yeah. Kobold Creates interviews with Wait, okay, sorry. I was messing with the audio, and that was causing a problem. Give me one moment, and I will fix this again. Give me... Oh, yes. Okay, I understand now. God, I love having to fix things at the last second. It's my favorite if you couldn't tell. What is this right? Yeah, I guess that would be right. Okay, cool. Let's try this. Hold on, I just have to make sure things are actually being monitored. Hey gang, did you know production is hard? Did you know production actually takes like a lot? Okay. Cool. All right. This should hopefully fix it now. Okay. Thank you, me from the past. And hello,
Let me know if this
everybody
fixes
from the present, my future, our future. Yeah, whatever.
That works.
Yeah, and welcome to another one of our Kobold Creates interviews with one of our amazing Kobold creators, Kujo from Crit Hit Chronicles. Kujo,
Hi.
thanks for being
Hi,
here.
Kendo. How are you?
I'm
I'm so
doing all
excited to
right.
chat with you.
Yeah, I'm excited to chat with you as well. So,
Yeah.
for the people who don't know who you are, go ahead, feel free to introduce yourself, and then let's answer the question: what is Crit Hit Chronicles? How did it start? What's your experience been like?
Sure. So I am the aforementioned Kujo. That is my name. It's been my nickname since sixth grade. I go by it with everybody. It's fine. I am a an independent professional wrestler of 13 years this year. And I've been playing TTRPGs since '09, maybe 2010.
Okay, so it's been a second, you know,
It's been just a little bit of time,
just a little bit
really,
of
just like not that long.
time.
It's fine. No, I love storytelling. I love what tabletop RPGs can do for creative minds, but then also, on a deeper level for like mental health purposes and all that. I'm
Mhm.
one of the people that TTRPGs has helped to sort of grow and mature.
Ah,
Um but Crit Hit Chronicles, um, I had originally been running a game for another channel. It was our first foray into streaming, into being on Twitch.
mhm,
And it was so much fun. I really got into the creative aspect of putting on a show. And eventually it sort of came up that it was time to sort of do my own thing. And Crit Hit Chronicles came about as an idea. At like, what if there was somebody out there that had a book that had every story that was ever told? And like, what would that look like? What would that be
mhm.
like? And the more I thought about that, like, what if the chapters of this book were campaigns that could be put on a show and have this sort of like meta storyline at the same time?
Yeah.
So the whole premise is that I dress in this wonderful and stuffy white dress shirt, gold and black vest, full cravat, no breathing.
I mean,
Oxygen intake is impossible.
pain is the price we pay for fashion,
It's
you
true.
know.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'd have my hair tied back, and the whole idea is that anytime a critical success or a fail is rolled, it gets marked in my little chronicle here, which is my wonderful old looking book. So there are little entries for all the campaigns that are in here. Just from like important campaign moments, even something as innocuous as like, oh, I got hammered at the tavern. Like that's a
Yeah.
natural one that is somewhere in this book.
Yeah.
Um, and actually, I had a realization, and this is one of the things I wanted to add.
Yeah.
Uh, the campaign that is part of the Kobold Creates program
Hmm.
is an ongoing long-term campaign, and I was thinking one page isn't going to do for something like that.
No.
Um, so I may have gotten a whole second book
You got a
specifically for Tales of the Valiant. So just there's an announcement to everybody. There's a
that's
whole nother chronicle for TOV.
that's so good.
Yeah.
That I
So
love that.
yeah, it's a little nerdy. I had
Just a
I
little
had
nerdy.
it's a little nerdy. I had one of those like quills and like an ink well, and I was like, oh, I'm really getting into it. But then the ink spilled like all over my desk, and I was like, well, shit.
Oh. Oh
I mean,
no.
poopy. I don't know if I can swear. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, cool.
We get the
Uh,
one, PG-13.
I get the one.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, so that is that's my little book there that I've had to
That's
like keep hidden from animals and other things to make sure it stays safe.
that's such a I love that idea though of like all of these stories being a part of this larger narrative that you keep a physical relic of.
Hmm.
That's
And
amazing.
the idea that I have with it, and of course I forgot to do it for Gen Con because that would just, why would I remember to do it for Gen Con? But the idea is whenever there's a big convention or a big gathering and there are people who have been a part of one of the campaigns, I can bring the chronicle with. They can either initial or sign, or we could take a picture together, put it on socials, do stuff
So
like that.
good.
It's like my yearbook. Like Hags. Can you write Hags on my yearbook, please?
It's so good. I love that. I think physical relics is part of like the gaming and like storytelling experience. It's just like I love games that like let me draw maps or like let
Yes.
like anything where like we're all like the quiet year like drawing a map and like people like being able to look back at it and go, oh man, I remember that story that I told my friends is like
Absolutely.
it's so
There's
good.
there's there's so few experiences than than drawing a map and then presenting it to your players and then they're like, what the hell is this? Like, but yeah,
That's
I'm a big fan of any physical, but yeah,
that's
I'm a big fan of any physical representation of a memory from a game. I think it's
That's
wonderful.
I
It's great.
love that. And I mean, talking about memories of the game and the fact that you got a whole new book for this Tales of the Valiant campaign that you're running, which I'm happy to hear is. I mean, I assume you all like the game if you're planning
Oh,
on it being a long running campaign.
the initial pitch was, hey, why don't we just kind of run this until you guys eventually tell me, like, can I do something else? Like, totally cool. Zero pressure. And like, I want to make sure that the players are having fun. And
Right.
oh, man, we love this game. We love it. The system updates and the design is so cool, and it's got the like inspired gears turning, and
Mm-hmm.
it has made for some really 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 cool moments so far.
I love that. I love that.
Like, it's great. Love
So,
it
I
so
mean,
much.
tell us about the campaign, or give us the pitch. What's the
Yeah.
story behind it?
So the idea, the pitch, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
is in the fantasy realm of Aoria. The Valiant Six were the heroes to keep everything at peace. If there was a monster that needed slaying, if there was a royal that needed saving, puzzle to be done, the Valiant Six were the ones to be called upon by all the great nations. Um, and mysteriously, the Valiant Six have disappeared. They've gone aground. They are nowhere to be found. So the lands, understandably, are starting to struggle without their heroes to rely on. So now we have a ragtag group of friends, associates, that have to sort of take up that mantle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it has presented some hilarious, but also some really, really um, wonderful moments of conflict because we've got people
Yeah.
from several different parts of the world with their own belief systems and senses of honor and codes and all of that. Like, it has it has created a wonderful sort of melting pot of like, how many difficult conversations are we going to have throughout this campaign and how are we going to navigate through that? And I find it mesmerizing as the GM to just sit back and just let it happen. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
That's super cool, and I love that it like almost gives a very like superhero quality to these adventures, right? In a way, in like both the good and bad ways, right? Like the burden of responsibility of being the people that people go to for help, like these powerful nations go to for help, but also like the prestige that comes with like, oh, you're one of the Valiant Six, and like, but also having to live up to the your predecessor, and
Exactly.
like there's like I think there's so much going on in that concept,
Right. And to be 100% honest, I haven't even really decided as the GM what has happened to them.
and
Uh,
you don't have
one
to.
one of them has shown up with amnesia and then mysteriously disappeared. The others are out there somewhere, and who knows? I haven't really figured that out yet.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's the fun mystery, and
right. And
I'm all
that's the play to find out what happens, right? Like you like, hey, at some point I imagine you're probably going to stumble upon like some hook that you're like, "Oh, that's really good." Or maybe something your players like that. I love being able to like leave those empty spaces for us to figure out later because that's not what the story's about right now.
absolutely, absolutely. You always want to have a little treat for yourself to enjoy later, but just give
Hmm.
yourself some time to figure out how you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah. So I mean, so who is this ragtag group that's
Oh,
taking the place of the Valiant Six?
oh, I love my party so much. We have Maris, who is a green halfling. She is a cleric of They Who Keep the Veil. The divine in the world of Aoria, their names were removed from history. The only thing that they're known by are phrases. So, They Who Keep the Veil follow the domains of life and death. Maris is, and I mean this most sincerely, the party mom, um, like to a T, like coming up with random snacks for the party members if they're starting to get hungry,
Oh my
you know,
god, that's
doing
so cute.
emotional check-ins, but then also giving the like motherly stare when like you know you're doing something wrong and you shouldn't, and you get
Yeah.
that guilt that just holds you in place. I may have been working on a mechanic specifically for moments like that.
Like a new talent just for them
Yes.
called
Yes.
Motherly Gaze.
Motherly gaze.
That's so good.
We've got Sybil Kingsman, the son of one of the generals of the big nations of the land, who is a mechanist. And
Oh,
uh,
Mechanist.
watching Noir's eyes light up whenever it's time to like dig into the mechanics of Mechanist
Hmm.
is so cool. I love that there's so many fun toys to play with as that class.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, Sybil is torn between the honor of his family and the connection to his friends, his companions, as they are sort of existing outside of that devotion
Mm.
to his queen. So he's sort of struggling to find his place in between that. We've got Gavel. And I should also mention Maris is played by Aaron My Laundry, who I love so
Mm.
dearly.
Mhm.
Um, we've got Gavel, who's played by LB. Gavel is the most aloof and like socially non, just not there,
Just yeah.
monk.
Hmm.
Very much to the point, very sort of blunt in their beliefs and what they believe should be said at any given point,
Yeah.
that it creates some hilarious and often like eye-opening RP moments. Like just moments of like somebody's
Just brutal
being
honesty.
just brutal honesty and brutal physicality too. Like if
Hmm.
somebody gets in Gavel's face, their face would be destroyed in just a
Yeah.
few moments,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's great. I love watching LB as that character. And then finally, rounding out our four, we have Marosha, played by your boy Big Ian. Marosha is a pirate privateer of an
Hmm.
unaffiliated island nation to the north. Very much just going along with the vibe, but has a bit of a trickster following along with them. And
Oh.
in order to cover up the acts of this trickster, they have to essentially pretend to be not as smart as they actually are. So it has created for some really
Oh.
fun RP moments. And there was a reveal that this trickster is he who lies, uh, a deity of some kind that is attached to Marosha in some way. Uh,
What
it's
what
I love this
class
party.
are they?
They went with a hunter ranger.
That's not at all what I thought you were going to say.
Hmm. You would
I
think warlock, but it's something else has tied these two entities together, and I love it so much.
That's so good. That sounds like such a fun party to like just all of that like meshing together, imagining the monk having to like have to interface with the ranger, be like, why'd you do this, and the ranger having to lie.
Yeah,
That's like,
it's so
that's
good.
so
And
good.
this party, and I mean this so sincerely. We go from ridiculous, goofy, off the wall stuff like making our own copyright free version of Kool-Aid in the Bool-Aid Man, um
Uh-huh.
to then these really, really deep arguments of devotion to one's friends or one's family, like on the turn of a dime, and it feels effortless. And I'm in love with this party.
I that's God, that sounds amazing. I like, so playing with this kind of party, right? I imagine you as the GM have to, you got to put the work in to keep up with them in some ways. I to put it lightly.
Yeah.
What have been some of your favorite, like, are there any mechanics in Tales of the Valiant that you have been having fun with to
um I love luck. I love
Ooh,
luck. I
it's
love the luck
good.
system.
Luck is good.
It's such a good system. I love that my players are drawn to it so often, which I think is sort of how it was meant to be. It should just be this consistent resource that you have access to, and the fact
Mhm.
that it can just be awarded from like from a
For like,
mechanical standpoint,
yeah.
but really from whatever,
Hmm.
is great. It's the new inspiration to be handed out, and I also love the potential that it could do. Like, I've been toying around with a possible rule. I'm a big fan of collaborative world building.
Same.
So I've been toying around with a mechanic where you use a certain amount of luck, and if your party's walking into a new town and they don't know anybody, a player can say, you know what, I'm going to spend a couple luck, and I know the blacksmith in town, and so because of that connection, I know someplace that we can go to kind of get like the lay of the land a little bit.
I like that. I
Um,
like that a lot.
I just that the talents just there's so many things I could gush about.
Understandable. Understandable.
uh
It's so good. Have you
I've
used Doom at all?
I have teased Doom. And every time I mention it, my
Tease
party's like,
Doom.
I don't know what that means. And I'm like, good, good.
What does it mean to tease Doom, though?
Just anytime luck comes up and they use it for something ridiculous, I'm just like, this is fine. I'm adding Doom to my pool. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. Let's go on. Let's keep going. Tell me more about your
Let's keep
Bool-Aid.
going. It's fine. God.
But no, there's definitely going to be a combat coming up where Doom will be used, and I'm excited. I'm so excited.
It's so good. Okay. That's I no, holding it over their head like a Damocles sword.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes.
It's just really good. Just
Yeah.
like, I'll remember this.
Yes. Cujo will remember this. He adds one Doom to his pool. Yeah. It's the same meaning.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. Let's talk about what have been some good moments that you have had just in the show, right? Because how many episodes do you all already have out as of this
we
recording?
we just did episode 6
Okay.
last week.
Okay.
And we're approaching episode 7. Uh, uh there are so many fun little moments, but and I had posted about this on socials.
Hmm.
The concept of a character in this party but possibly betraying everybody else has always been a big red flag for me personally as a GM, because
Hmm.
there are tables where people are like, it's collaborative, we got to be on the same page, we got to figure it out one way or another.
Yeah.
And at its core, tabletop RPGs are a team building exercise where we all work through obstacles together, and one person just happens to be the storyteller and sets up the problem. Everybody else fixes it, right? Everybody is the hero. Um, So my first thought is always like, oh, let's be careful. But in these last two episodes, Noir and LB as their characters, as Sybil and Gavel, um, were in one camp of a situation,
Yeah,
and Ian and Aaron were in another, and it went to the point of combat was had for a moment, and
yeah,
it's starting to get worse and worse. But what has been so awesome is the players are all about the story behind it. They're all about that conflict because they know what it can then mean for long-term role play for these characters and their connections in the future. And so being sort of in the back seat and just watching this unfold, I have to kind of remind myself, like, you're the GM. You have to step in from time to time. You know, maybe introduce
yes,
this thing. Like, you have to do rulings and stuff. So I'm like, oh man, crap. Um, but no, the role play that has come out of these last two episodes of this heavy like decision that has to be made of duty to one's nation or connection to your friends, like that choice has been some of the most intense and wonderful role play that I have been a part of. It's wonderful.
I that's so cool. I love that genuinely. Like you're getting me excited to go. I was already planning on going to watch all of the Kobold Creates stuff, but
Oh,
I think yours just got knocked up a little bit. I don't know.
yeah.
Um,
So no, I'm just kidding. I'm not about
no,
to trash talk the other Kobold
no,
Creates.
because that's the thing. Like, I mean, this happens every time we do one of these interviews, where someone I could just listen to someone go on and on about how cool their stories are and their projects are, and it's like every time it's just you all just keep replacing each other towards
Oh.
the top of the list because it's like it genuinely like it's so great to see someone taking Tales of the Valiant and just telling these really awesome fantasy stories about these people, and they're all different, right? Like there have been Kobold Creates shows that are like more political. There have been some of them that are just like one shots and are about like the like fate of like all of the multiverse through like the what like the seven strands one, and there's like
Mhm.
but then there are the ones that are just like here's a group of ragtag adventurers going out trying to replace the heroes of their world and be that for everyone, and like it's so classic, 5e heroic fantasy, right? That is like I don't know, it's just really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's been a ton of fun, and I mean, I remember when Project Black Flag was announced, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I've been a fan of Kobold Press for years. You guys have so much of my money, and I have mentioned this to Dot, and I've mentioned this to others. I'm like, thank you for damaging my bank account. I appreciate it so much. But no, I've been a fan of Kobold Press for years, and the fact that this exists, oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everything Tales of the Valiant. I love this system.
I agree. I'm yeah, and happy to hear it. Super happy to hear it. I guess my close to last question. We'll see if this branches out.
Sure.
Um, how has Tales of the Valiant changed your experience with Fifth Edition, if it has at all?
I think it gives it gives more toys to play with.
Mm,
And I, as a game runner and as a player, I love that. I love having more stuff, more fun stuff to play with
yeah,
because I mean, I a lot of my experience was 5e. And I've since branched out and tried other systems, and every one of them are beautiful and wonderful. And there's still such a connection to 5e, and seeing the wonderful additions and additional customization elements and the luck system and even the GM's guide that I'm reading through. Like, there's so much more to get the gears in your head turning.
yeah,
And as a game runner, I am so thankful for that, because sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to make this fun. I want to make it more fun, and you guys have made it more fun. And I think that is invaluable from a tabletop perspective. Like, giving us more tools and more toys to play with is wonderful. So yeah, honestly, just it has inspired me to further think outside the box when it comes to 5e, because there's so much more that can be done with this system. And I'm just I'm very thankful for Tales of the Valiant for providing an opportunity to play more.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm
Yeah.
really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a lot of what I've gotten out of it as well. There's so much in the game that is so just creatively inspiring, and like
Mhm.
by like simple, like even, and I've been talking to a lot of people about this, the like even the changing of race into heritages and lineages
Mhm.
opens up just this huge creative spectrum of like even changing like something as simple as like where do I come from and who do I come from, like the kinds of stories and like the kinds of characters you end up making, which then change how the story goes, right? Is
Yeah.
just so many options, so many
I
powerful
actually
options.
I want to shout out, because I think this is the coolest lineage. Eonic, in that supplement that came out,
Mm,
is so cool. It
yeah.
is brilliant from both a mechanical and an RP perspective. I was so in love with it. I I may have made a bartender innkeeper that was an Eonic. And so
Oh.
role playing that, I role played it like they don't know when they can say the thing when they're supposed to say it. So periodically, and the players will pick up on it super easily. Like they will say like, "Oh, it's under the shelf." Wait, you didn't ask yet. And then somebody else will ask like, "Hey, did you know where that tankard was?" And it's just like watching them struggle, and like playing that is so much fun. I so whoever put that together, you're amazing and I love you.
Well, hey, you can go figure out who made it. Our editing team played with it, but it was one of the blog lineages
Really.
before it got re-edited and put into the PDF. So you can find who the original writer is
I will hunt them down and send them love.
and send them so much love. Because I mean, hey, everyone here knows I love the blog. I'll keep hyping
Yes.
up the blog. So much free content over on the blog, but that's not what this is about. Just go to Kobold Fresh blog.
Check out the blog.
Check out the blog.
Check
It's been so great talking to you, Kujo. Is there where can people find your stuff? When
Yes.
can people tune in to your show?
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
those are the two questions.
Well, you can find my stuff all over the internet as Kujo Plays Games if you want my personal stuff. If you want Crit Hit Chronicles, it is also all over the internet, unless it's Twitter, in which it's Crit Hit Chron, because character limits are a thing. But you can check the Tales of the Valiant out Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is when we continue this wonderful, wonderful story. We have just scratched the surface of the system, the story, and I'm so excited. So feel free to tune in. We'd love to have you.
Yes. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for
Uh,
having me.
of course, it's been a joy talking to you. And I'm going to send it right back to you, me from the future present
Ish.
ish. Hey, it's me again. How's it going? Oh, wait, hold on. Did I do the thing? Did I do the thing correctly? Yes. Hold on, I gotta, whoa, hey, bam, there we go. Okay, awesome. Hey, we're back. I hope you all enjoyed that because I certainly did. When I tell you, I literally after that interview went straight over to one of my discords and I'm like, hey, I need a one shot. I need to play this. I need to play Tales of the Valiant sooner rather than later. Um, I mean that. I genuinely mean it because it was just like hearing how much fun that they're having in their game, and then also um, just like, hold on, I'm getting links so I can send it to all of you for all of their stuff. And then also on the, where's the other one? There it is. Cool. Sorry, my brain blanked while I was putting that down. I immediately went over to my Discord to start scheduling session zeros for a new game, because I just like it. The book having all of the like pieces of the stories from all of these different campaigns, and the Valiant six being gone. There's just so much in there that was just, I don't know, creatively inspiring for some reason, that just made me go, hey, maybe I should maybe it's time for me that I finally run. I've played Tales of the Valiant a few times, but now I want to run it, because I want to have the fun times telling stories with my friends too, and it's my time to do it. But yeah, no, go on, check out all of their stuff over on all of the links that I sent. I definitely will after that as well. And yeah, that's all I've got for you all today. Yeah, go check out the Labyrinth Worldbook Kickstarter. Tell your friends. If we could get to that 325k, if we could get to 300k, I'll be happy. If we could get to 325k, I'll be thrilled. And we have 2 more weeks to do it. So I believe in you. I believe in us. And hey, it'll be good. It'll be good however it happens. But yes, that's all I've got for you today. I will see you next week, same time, same channel, where I'll be hanging out with some of the people from RPG Familiar, and we're going to be talking, and we'll be going to be diving into the preview for the Labyrinth Worldbook. I actually haven't looked at the preview yet, so it'll be my first time actually looking at it. I've been saving it for Kobold Chats, obviously. So, and then I'll also have somebody alongside me doing it as well. So I'm excited for that. But that's all I've got for you today. Don't forget to go out, eat enough food, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and take care of yourself, because self-care is very important, especially in the times we're living in right now. Don't forget to love yourself and everyone around you. See you next week, y'all. Bye.